welcome to Connecticut and the University of Connecticut. We got an exciting college football playoff first-round matchup for you. We've already had an exciting first one if you're a James Madison fan. If you're a fan of the Navy, I'm sorry. But it's going to be an exciting matchup here. We got the 9-1 Beavers taking on the 10-1 UConn Huskies. And right now,
the painting and some of the gold. You get all the cash.
Right now, they are looking like the team to beat, the UConn Huskies. Let's talk about the first matchup, though. We had James Madison, the 12th and final seed, taking on number 5 Navy, coming off a big win against the Army to get to 12-0. In fact, Navy was the only 12-0 team going into that game, and they still ended up being number 5 instead of in the top 4. Unfortunately for Navy, they realized you have to show up to a football game. They lost 73-6. James Madison really waxed them in that game, and yeah, they're out of the playoff now. And James Madison moving on to take on number 2 San Jose State in the Rose Bowl game coming up next week. First of all, I'm excited for this first round of the college football playoff. We get to see games on campus. And this league, only this league, is potentially looking at a 14-team playoff next season, depending on how the 12-team playoff goes. That means 2 more teams would receive the first-round bye. And they would play each other. So, Splashy, can you join the live so I can go ahead and start? Because I want you.
Yeah.
These might be the eggshell you're talking about. I don't know.
Okay. Because I wasn't saying you're live yet.
Yeah, I'm live.
On Twitch or YouTube?
FoxTube TV. So we got the Oregon State Beavers taking on the UConn Huskies. Like we said, this is the first round. So the higher seed hosts, because UConn is the 8th seed, that's higher than the 9th seed Oregon State.
Where did I just get beat?
So Oregon State is the away team. UConn is the home team. However, home team's not looking so good in this first round of the playoff. They are 0-1.
I thought I was talking about real Oregon, not Oregon State.
Oh no, Oregon's not in. They didn't get in. They got knocked out.
That's what I was talking about with their jerseys. Oh my.
Alright, so here we go. Another campus showdown for you. 10-minute quarters. Actually, I better look where UConn is located. So that way I can look up the weather there. It's Connecticut.
Oh, damn, I was way off.
UConn. That's it's in the name.
Oh, fuck me. Way off.
Jesus Christ, about time. Is that a penis on your hand?
What?
I swear I've seen a penis on your hand. That was a smiley face.
But I'll give you the cars and then.
So currently it is 26 degrees and sunny here in Connecticut, and we are ready for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. We got a packed stadium here in Mansfield, Connecticut. Here come your Huskies. After a perfect season, they are in the FBS Independence. 2 teams from the FBS Independence. Oh no, just 1 team. Excuse me. I was right. 2 teams from the FBS Independence have qualified for the postseason. We have the Huskies taking on the Beavers here, and then fun fact: in the next matchup, which will be on Christmas night, We have Notre Dame taking on Central Michigan. Notre Dame 10-1. Central Michigan a perfect record at 11-0 during the regular season. The best team in the Mid-American Conference, and they look to take down Notre Dame tomorrow night as the home team. Like we said, home team's not looking too great so far. The Huskies decided to defer the second half kick, so they'll kick off to start the game. And off we go in Mansfield, Connecticut. Here's Oregon State to return this, and he gets it out to his own 26, and that is where they will start things 1st and 10. Anthony Hankerson, the halfback for Oregon State. He's a junior.
Oh, not escape. There we go.
All right, McCoy on 1st and 10. Here we go. Gonna hand it off to his halfback, and his halfback takes off for a gain of 2.
Yeah.
Really nice run there from the halfback, but really nice defensive play there by UConn to get him stopped. And he's going to take off again, this time for a gain of 5. McCoy, 3rd down and 3 for the Beavers. Looking, he's going to throw to his halfback, and he's going to be stopped short. What a play by the Huskies.
W compensator?
And for the very first time today, we'll see a punt. That's a fair catch by Harper. And there's the Discover Impact Players of the game here as the Huskies will take over 1st and 10. Nice defense out of the locker room to start. Stop them before they could do anything. Fagneo, or however you say his last name. Hands off to Edwards. He's going to run. He got more yards than Hankerson got for the Beavers on 1st down. 2nd and 2 for the Huskies now. Huskies. Oh, stopped short. 3rd and inches. The referees are going to rule it on the field. 3rd and inches. Here he goes. Out to number 81. We'll have to see who that was again. It was Hansen.
Give me 2 seconds. I had to mute the compensator.
I was gonna say we could just go into our own party, then just join back after.
Yeah, we could do that.
Alright, we'll be right back, Mason.
Alright.
See you in a minute, kitten.
Fagnino. Handing off to Edwards again. Edwards. 1st down. Great drive for the Huskies so far out of the locker room.
Invite me.
Fagnino.
I am.
Looking. Fires. It is dropped. He dropped it. 2nd and 10.
Where does Spuffy go?
They went to their own party because they're trying to do something, and I'm calling this game. And the pressure came, and he had to just simply throw it away there. Fagnino takes the snap, looking, gonna fire to his halfback, Edwards, and it's dropped, deflected by the defense. And UConn's gonna call a timeout here. 8:02 to go in this opening quarter. They're electing to try the 47-yard field goal. It is up, and it is no good. He missed it. Just barely missed it, but not enough juice, and we remain scoreless. Yep. Unfortunate ending to a great drive. And now the defense goes back out there and hopes to stop McCoy in the Oregon State offense again. He's going to fire, and it's intercepted. They get the play right off the bat. 1-play interception. Are you kidding me? We told you these Huskies are red hot coming off that win. Fagnino back to work, hands it off to Edwards, and he's stopped after a gain of 3. What a play by the Huskies defense. 2 straight drives for Oregon State that have stalled out. One of them getting stopped. And this is caught by Hansen. He's taking off inside the 5 for a 1st and goal. But they stop the Huskies, get them to 4th down and 1. The Beavers punt it away. The Huskies stall out the drive there by missing the field goal. Then they get it back off the 1-play interception. Fignino, here we go. Jet sweep to Edwards. He is stuffed after a gain of 1 at the 3-yard line. Deep into enemy territory here now for the Huskies. The first time we've seen any team inside the red zone today. Gonna hand this off to Edwards, and he's gonna get in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Huskies. These fans and us love these playoff games on campus. The winner of this game will take on number 3 Michigan in the Peach Bowl. All right, so the kicker, he missed a PAT. Or not a PAT, he missed a field goal attempt. Here he goes with the PAT, and he misses that too! To the left. Yikes. Back-to-back misses for Freeman. One of them a PAT, one of them a field goal. He hurdles one and is shoved down at his own 23. And when we get back, that is where the Beavers will take over 1st and 10. 6:59 to go in the first. 6-0 Huskies to the end zone. To the one viewer, we'll be right back. We're going to a short commercial break. Welcome back to Mansfield, Connecticut. Here at the University of UCONN, we have the Huskies taking on the Beavers here in the first round of the college football playoffs, and McCoy and the Beavers have first and 10 at their own 23. They trail 6-0 thanks to a touchdown by the Huskies. Now, some bad news for the Huskies here. In each of a game that Oregon State has gotten off to a slow start, as they do a jet sweep here, similar to what the Huskies did, Oregon State has either came back and won the game or has been close to winning after a slow start. So you got to make sure that Oregon State doesn't. Look at that, an interception. He is going to take it all the way for a 34-yard pick six. Jaden McDonald. Touchdown Huskies. He missed a field goal attempt. This could have been... the score could have been 9-0 coming into this, but instead it will be 13-0. So he missed a field goal, and then he missed the PAT off the first touchdown. But it doesn't matter. He makes that one, and it's now 13-0 Huskies as Freeman kicks this away. Okay, so Oregon State off to a slow start. Back-to-back drives where they throw in interceptions. Colt McCoy, used to the NFL player. McCoy takes the snap, hands it off. He's going to get stuffed in the backfield. What a defensive play there by the Huskies. The Huskies have came to play a football game. Oregon State out of the pocket, firing downfield, hit is caught for the first down. What a game we're getting so far. And fun fact, in the James Madison Navy game, it was 3-0. James Madison in the second quarter. After the first quarter, it was 3-0. And then James Madison in the second quarter put a bunch of points together, and they ended up winning 73-6. Fires pass caught for a short gain. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Firing deep downfield and throws another interception. What great defense for the Huskies coming out of this locker room to start the game. Edwards going to try to juke here, and he's going to get only a gain of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Fignino to Edwards, handing off. Edwards fighting for those extra yards, gets a gain of 4. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Looking, gets it off, but he's hit, and it results in an incomplete pass. And this is the first offensive drive that has stalled out for UConn. So they punt this away. Fair catch called at midfield. That is where the Beavers will get the ball 1st and 10. And they are a 1st down away from being in field goal range. That's where you want to be. You want to get the ball to field goal range at least, as that's incomplete on 1st down, to where if something doesn't go wrong, you can at least get 3. McCoy takes the snap. McCoy looks, fires, open man over the middle. They're in field goal range. Going over the middle, knockdown, incomplete. And it's intercepted. Key had the key and used it to unlock a great defensive play there. Fagnino. And that's intercepted going back the other way. Hurdling over 2 men. And that is 2 straight drives that have stalled out for the Huskies now. This is what we're talking about. Oregon State gets off to a slow start, and then they heat up. Gain of 1 on the play that time. Brings up 2nd and 9. The only difference between Oregon State and UConn are their records. Oregon State 9-1. UConn 10-1, going and throws another pick. So now the defense is heating up for Oregon State. We saw them get the pick. How can you get that offense to heat up to where the quarterback stops throwing picks? Well, to me, that wasn't really a bad pass, but he definitely should have threw that a lot sooner than he did. That was a great play on 1st down for the Huskies. 2nd and 1 coming up. Short play over the middle there, and he caught it for the 1st down. And that, another costly mistake by UConn. That's 2 interceptions for UConn. 3rd straight drive that has stalled out for them. How do you get that offense to heat up again? Oh. Here's a jet sweep. First, it's to get that offense to heat up again, you're going to have to realize where you went wrong there. And use that to better help you on future drives. Because you know that defender is most likely going to be there, unless if he's not. So be prepared to throw the ball elsewhere. And secondly, there's nothing wrong with a nice short play. Pick up a few yards and then go for a play like that. And not too many people to throw to here. He fumbles the ball. I think Oregon State got on it. They did, says the official. So they retain possession. 2nd and 6. And incomplete. Oregon State's got to be careful there too, because throwing passes to that guy, that's where he's throwing a few of his interceptions. There's McCoy handing off and blown up in the backfield, 4th and 9. And they're going to send out the kicker. It would be a 54-yard try. That kick is up and, just like UConn's first kick, which would have made this game 16-0. Or actually, it would have made it 17-0 if he made the extra point and that field goal. That is just short and no good. And the only bad part about that is now you give them field position. Better than you had. Fagnino, wide open receiver deep downfield. Oh, but he threw it just short. Underthrew it and it's picked. Underthrew the pass. And Kane is there to make the play. Look at this. This is right here. This is where he's going to go. He's going to go there. He sees that receiver. Unfortunately, just underthrows it. And it is picked. Great read by the Beavers, but they got to start heating up on offense. That is tipped. Oh, and if he stayed there, he could have caught it off the tip. Instead, it's incomplete. The defenses are stepping up in this game. The Beavers' defense is making sure that this game doesn't turn into a blowout. While the Huskies' defense also making sure that Oregon State can't score. We haven't seen a score since the pick 6 that UConn got. And they now have the ball back again. Off, guess what? An interception. And they give it right back off the same play. And it came out after the hit, but the official saying he was down. The Interception Bowl 2.0, because that's what it was in that James Madison Navy game. Turned a potential loss into a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Tries to hurdle and he's brought down for a loss. 3rd and 7 with 70 seconds to go in this opening quarter. And that is caught 4th and 1. This time, okay, so this is the first time in a long time they've made it to 4th down. They're going to go for it. The worst that can happen is you give up a field goal or points the other way. They get the 1st down, and the drive will stay alive for the Beavers. So they're paying attention to those short plays. That's something the Huskies need to start doing, and that is picked. And return to midfield. Fignino looking to get things going back in the right path, and that's a loss of 4. Gets it over the middle. That is caught. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Hands it off. Edwards with a nice run there. Hello. And that will expire the first quarter, so the Beavers make sure that the Huskies can't score anymore with interceptions. And the Huskies make sure that the Beavers doesn't score with the interceptions they've got. Oregon State, though, leading the passing yards in this game, and look at these guys. Out here without pretty much without any shirts on in 26-degree weather. That takes a lot of courage as we start the second quarter of play. Deep downfield, it is caught! What a pass for the touchdown for the Huskies! Showing he's not afraid to throw it. Despite the interceptions. And Skylar Bell, the junior. Hello. This game is about to be 20-0 if Freeman makes this extra point, which he does. It's up and good. And there's the kickoff. Wells Jr. on to return it to his own 23 before he's dropped. Hands it off. There's a nice run there on first down. Sets him up with a 2nd and 2. And dropped. That would have been a first down if he held on. Oh, they run an RPO there, and it's blown up. Fourth and 2. Short play there. He got the first down. What a play for the Beavers. Knocked away. That was a potential big play blown up there by UConn's defense. McCoy not looking too great early, but he has had some nice plays. That one right there was a nice play over the middle for huge gain there. McCoy with the snap again, and there's room to run. Trying to spin out of him, but brought down after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 as Griffin in the backfield with McCoy. He's going to get the handoff now and knocked down after a gain of 1. Trying to get out of the pocket, and he throws it in a hurry, and it's picked. UConn protecting home turf so far. I imagine that if this quarterback doesn't step it up for Oregon State, he's not going to be playing in the second half. We have seen that both James Madison and Navy's starting quarterbacks ended up out of the game because they were not playing well. That is why the game was 3-0 after the first quarter. And then James Madison sends in their backup QB and they start scoring touchdowns. And they had it 73-0. And then Navy finally found the end zone to avoid a shutout. They already got embarrassed at home, as Edwards is embarrassing defenders right now. But they already got embarrassed at home, but at least they didn't get shut out at home in the first round. They were out after the first round, but you guys get the picture. I want to see that again. Edwards make a play like that again. Man, he was just leveling. I think there's going to be a wanted poster for murder for him up tomorrow. That is caught over the middle. 3rd and 6, they're going to call it. I like these nice short passes here. He realizes that most of his interceptions have come off of, long plays. There's a few that came off of short plays. But just have the patience, do a couple short plays here. Pick up the first downs. It's the same thing that happened to the Beavers on that last drive. McCoy was doing a nice job. And then he got a little too comfortable doing a nice job and ended up throwing an interception. Again. Which is why we said that if he doesn't step it up, he might not be playing in the second half. And what's that to say about the second string? Could he potentially pull what James Madison did, make a comeback happen? We have mentioned that, the Beavers, they got off to a slow start in most of their games this season. And either A, they came back and won the game, or B, they almost came back and won the game. Even if you can just put pressure on UConn and keep it from being an embarrassing game, even if you lose, that's still going to be good momentum for your team heading into next season. Makes a play there. No, it dropped. He dropped it. 2nd and 10. And the coach basically told Fagnino. The same thing we said about Oregon State's starting quarterback, as our sideline reporter told us. You know, he's like, hey, man, if you don't step it up, I'm going to have to take you out the game. We can't be having ourselves cost the game here, you know. The defense, they have a lot of weight on their backs right now. They're carrying you, man. You got to get out there and start playing well. Look at this drive. It's looking a lot like his first few drives of the game. Don't get too greedy. Fagnino to Edwards. Edwards gain of 1. Is Edwards the next Derrick Henry? After that one play, that's Derrick Henry's thing, to throw grown men to the ground. Okay, so that was blown up, 3rd and 9. You can at least get a field goal here if things don't work out. That is caught, and on 4th and short, you could kick the 30-yarder. What is coach going to say? He's going to leave the offense on the field. I think that this isn't a bad call. Even if you fail it, this isn't a bad call, because there's potential, and there it is. Nice short pass to get the first down. Why get 3 when you could potentially get 7? I mean, you could potentially, you know, people might say, well, why go for it there when you have the potential of, you know, failing it, and why not just take 3 points? But if you can complete it and get 7 out of it, I'd much rather have that if I was a player. UConn to the 1-yard line. They're pretty much at the goal line. Hand it off to Edwards, and it's a second rushing of the game. What is that, EA? Bro's head basically just went right into his chest and threw him into the end zone. 26-0 UConn, though. Cam Edwards, the sophomore running back. Look at that. Pretty sure that would be an injury if that was real life based off of where he was hit, but I guess he's okay. And even though that's a good PAT, I'm not sure how that wasn't a penalty, but okay. Either way, the kick would have been good because they would have either accepted or declined that, but because it's a PAT, obviously you don't get an automatic first down. $27-0. Is this game already over for Oregon State? Or can they come back into this one? 2nd and 4, gain of 6 there. Nice run by Hankerson. Going with one of those passes to that side. Hasn't had much luck with those. That's incomplete. It continues. McCoy looking, gets it out fast. It is caught. How about that? Nice play there to Walker. Oh, fake jet sweep play. Deep downfield again. God, that's a nice play downfield. And finally, McCoy making some nice plays downfield. To the end zone. Intercepted. That time, I'm not gonna blame McCoy. I'm not gonna blast him for that, because right there, where he was, why not go for the end zone? Ackles with the interception, the senior cornerback with the pick there. And UConn takes over after another turnover. That I'm gonna say that was just great defense, though. McCoy, not a bad idea to try to throw it to the end zone there, especially because he was closer to the end zone than he was on each of his other deep passes he has attempted. I'm going to say that was just great defense. Great read by the senior. Interception, Huskies ball. And currently, the Oregon State defense is a down away from forcing a punt potentially. Gets it off. Oh, that's out of reach. And unfortunately, for the second time today, the Huskies will punt, but unfortunately this time it's from their own end zone. And this is going to be excellent field position for Oregon State at the opponent 33. McCoy obviously very stressed going to the sideline last time as he threw that into double coverage, incomplete. That is something you can't do right there. But obviously very frustrated. Not the game. Not his game today. Hankerson takes that though. Gain of 6, so 3rd and 4. To anybody that just tuned back in or is just now tuning in, 27-0 UConn up in the first round of the playoff, and Oregon State has the ball back after forcing a 3-and-out. However, it is 4th down and 11, and they're going to try a 52-yard field goal here. They haven't had any luck with them today, and it continues. That is now 6 points Oregon State has left on the field. So now UConn gets the ball back. Fagnino with the snap, and incomplete. He's hit as he threw it. Looked like he was trying to find Hansen that time. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Gets it off. It is caught. What a play. By Buckman. That was the receiver who caught that. Fagnino going. It is caught. How about that? 2 nice plays in a row now. Huskies trying to make a statement. Back corner of the end zone is blown away before he could make the play for the touchdown. Fagnino over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. The route continues. Buckman into the end zone. 33-0 UConn. And the fans love to see it. Now we mentioned that this team will take on number 3 Michigan in the Peach Bowl in the 2nd round. So their last drive stalled out all the way back deep in their own territory. This drive, they punch it downfield and score another touchdown. Right now, it's not looking like Oregon State is coming back. We mentioned that, in most of their games, when they get off to a slow start, they either almost come back or they do come back. UConn's kind of giving them a run for their money today, as that is incomplete, excuse me. It's now 34-0. Would be 35-0 if the first PAT wasn't missed, and look at that. Hit him as he threw it. Incomplete. I think they're going to try to run the same play. Nope, they're running a different play. And look at that. As that should bring us to the 2-minute warning. It will. We reached the 2-minute warning here in the first half, and the home team making their fans proud. 34-0. Deep downfield, and it's knocked away. There was a couple good plays that he would have had downfield if he would have held on. That's the second time one of his receivers had the defender essentially beat. He just couldn't get it out in time, and that time he threw it right to the defender. UConn going deep this time, knocked away. UConn's quarterback, Fagnino, taking off, and he gets the first down. Hit as he threw it, and he was going to try to step forward and make a pass. Well, instead, it is 2nd down and 10. And this time he's just sacked. Back at the 37, 3rd down and 16. That is caught, and Bell is almost going to get the first down. They're going to mark him just short. And looks like they're leaving the offense out there to go for it. 4th and inches. Here we go. Fagnino gonna pick up another first down with his legs. Off the QB sneak. Time quickly ticking away. And, oh, just a yard shy of the goal line, the referees have said. And that makes it 1st and goal. Still plenty of time to play here. The opponent won. Hand this off to Edwards for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. And the blowout continues. And the fans love to see it. Cam Edwards, the sophomore. 3rd TD on the ground today. That is up and good. Makes it 41-0. 36 seconds to go in the half. Get it out! He did! He's hit as he throws it, and it's intercepted! And I imagine they're just going to run this clock out to halftime here. Gain of 2, excuse me. More likely this will be the last play of the half. And it is. We've reached halftime here in a blowout. If you're a UConn fan, you're loving this game. 41-0. As we look at the offensive mistakes, 11 interceptions versus UConn's 4. Oregon State's going to have to clean it up. Defensive touchdowns, though, UConn winning that battle. They're not just winning that battle, they're winning the whole battle of the football game. There's the pick 6 right there. And then here's a rushing touchdown on the ground for the halfback, the junior, or the sophomore. And here we go. So the Huskies will receive this second half kickoff. And second half officially underway. Coming up later tonight, we have number 10 Boise State taking on number 7 Louisville. And look at that return! It could have been a kickoff return TD. Instead, it's a really big play to open up the second half. Not what Oregon State wanted to see coming out of the locker room. And swatted away! What a read by the defender there. 2nd and 10. It's a QB draw they're running. He's going to take it for himself and pick up the first down. Second and 8. Fagnino throws it. Gain of 5 there on that play. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Fagnino looking. Goes to Edwards, his halfback, and just short of the line to gain. And out trots their kicker for his second field goal drive of the game. This from 30 yards out to extend the Huskies' lead to 44. Yes, it's good. The first successful field goal of the game goes to the Huskies. They were the first team to miss. And now they're the first team to successfully kick one through the uprights for 3. And when we come back. That was a weird way to say that. But when we come back, it'll be Oregon State's football, and we'll see what the coach's decision was. But 44-0. Look at the point totals in each of the quarters for each of these teams. We're going to take a short break. Back after this. Huskies 44, Beavers nothing. Huskies so far moving on to the playoff quarterfinals, but they still got to get through these last 18 minutes and 55 seconds of regulation. I wasn't gonna throw my stuff in right now if you were still watching. Welcome back to Mansfield, Connecticut, here for the first round of the college football playoff. And things looking good for the Huskies right now. All they gotta do is survive 18 minutes and 55 seconds of regulation. As look at this. Go Branson. For the Beavers is in. The coach has decided he has had enough breaking tackles, but he stopped at the line of scrimmage anyway. We'll have to see what the second string QB can do. This time it is a gain of 4, 3rd down and 6 coming up. And as we mentioned, later tonight, number 10, Boise State, taking on number 7, Louisville in Kentucky. As that is caught for a first down. Nice play there by the second string QB. Nice plays, back-to-back nice throwing plays. I don't know what happened with the first string QB, but he had a great regular season, and then in this game, he's just... Yikes. Taking the snap, firing to the end zone, knocked away. A touchdown saving defensive play. The Huskies have kept him out of the end zone to this point. The second string QB knows this and throws a pick. That was a poor judgment call by him. Fagnino got his team downfield and into field goal range last time. That time he's knocked down. He gets it away, though, before. And complete. Fagnino. That is dropped. And the Beavers defense forces the second 3 and out for the Huskies in this game. And that man ran away from the football. And that results in them going back farther into their own territory. Branson was leading a promising drive through a pick. We'll have to see what he can do on this drive. There's the jet sweep. Nice play out to the right side of the field. If Branson's going to lead these guys to a comeback, he's got to do it now, though. Yeah, you got to score now. You can't be waiting. And you can't be making the same mistakes the first string did. And nice play. Oh, he threw it at the ground. What is that receiver thinking? He had it and just threw it at the ground. That play was robbed from Branson, and then it's an incomplete pass again. Back-to-back incomplete passes. This quarterback not very happy with his teammates. You can see it. Going for a Hankerson. That's out of reach. Oh, man. And you got to feel sorry for Branson. He comes into the game, leads a promising drive, turns the ball over, and then his offense just, I guess, forgot how a football game works. They're going for it on 4th and 10. There's a nice offensive play. That is incomplete. Had his hand on it for a minute and it fell to the ground. The defender was there to knock it free. 2nd and 10 now for Branson in this offense. He's going to sling it to right side of the field. That's caught. And finally, the Beavers find the end zone for the first time today. Touchdown! Broken tackle! Nice play! And this will be the second game in a row that will be a blowout if it continues to go this way, but not a shutout. And the coach is calling a timeout. I think he's going to try a 2-point conversion here. Branson leads his team down, and that is picked. But now, guess what? If Oregon State gets touchdowns and makes all their field goals and then kicks another field goal once they get to 41 points, they can tie the game up. As the kick is in the air, you just got to keep forcing UConn to make mistakes, forcing them to 3 and outs. They have not allowed UConn to score since the opening drive of the third quarter. Fagnino hands it off to Edwards. Gain of 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8. Throwing it, and it's incomplete. They're going to go with a quick play here. That is intercepted! The Beavers get it! The 5th interception today for UConn, and the Beavers return it to excellent field position. Branson looking to do what he did on the last drive and get his team into the end zone. And that is tipped and intercepted. We're not going to blame that on Branson. That is inexcusable by that one player right there to allow that to even happen. Branson can't believe his eyes. That unfortunately it shouldn't, but that interception counts on him and he knows it. That is caught. He is mossing defenders. And finally shoves them down, but not before he's out of bounds. Kind of hard to do anything when you're already out of bounds. Gets it out. Big play there. And now the Beavers can't seem to do anything against the Huskies. It's like they get a good play. Then the ball gets turned over by them, and then they forget how football works, and that is a touchdown for the Huskies. Hanson with the catch, the tight end. I'm pretty sure he's the tight end at least. And now the Huskies are going to go for 2. And it's dropped. Wells Jr. on to return. I just realized both teams are wearing white in this game. And that's going to be blown up before it can go anywhere. I saw that one coming. Loss of 5. That was Hankerson who was going to receive the carry. And nice play there. Getting all the yards back. That was Clemens with the catch. And what was that receiver doing? And that is a touchdown-saving tackle for Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma State, I meant Oregon State. Fignino on fire. Edwards mossing defenders. Acting like they're toys on the field. Just throwing them around. That is out of reach and incomplete. And that is dropped also. So they're going to attempt a 22-yard field goal. Which is good, 53-6. Oh, a fake jet sweep there. And yikes. If I said I saw that coming, I'd be lying, but it looks like the second string under some stress now. It appears that once they get into that category of making all these mistakes, that's all they can do is continue to make mistakes. That was a big play blown up by Oregon State's defense, though. Threw that on the run for the first down. How about that? Lewis Hanson, that is his 10th catch of the game. And that is intercepted. Going the other way. Go Branson now cold. After coming out of the lockers hot. And what? He threw a pick right back to the same guy. That is incomplete, off of multiple helmets. And he finally found his guy open in the end zone, tried to get it off, but the defenders already punched their way through. 3rd and 10. Gotta make the play now. He does. Edwards trying to fight to the end zone, but can't. More than likely, UConn will score a touchdown here. It's a toss to Edwards. Edwards trying to get as far out as he can to stay away from those defenders, but he can't. Edwards is going to be a good recruit for any NFL team out there. Short pass to the end zone? Yes, touchdown. And this will make it a 53-point deficit for Oregon State. 60-6. hurdling over one guy and then quickly brought down. And I'm telling you what, if I'm Oregon State here, I'm just going to run it. And then pass. Oh, look at this! Breaking tackles. Great run there. I think they got to start doing that now. You got to keep doing that until it doesn't work. Great run by Hankerson there. And another great run by him. He picked up 7 yards that time. And 3rd and inches. And it's a jet sweep call. He's going to pick up the first down. So Branson gonna pass now. And incomplete. "11 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in regulation total." A 46-yard field goal attempt. And no good. With 61 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter here. Later tonight, probably about 11 o'clock, don't forget, number 10, Boise State, taking on number 7, Louisville, in Louisville, Kentucky. Winner of that game would play Georgia in the Fiesta Bowl, with the winner of the Notre Dame Central Michigan game playing UCF in the Sugar Bowl. That is picked by Oregon State, and now both teams are going to have a pick six. 40 yards to the house for Jaden Robinson. They're going to run it, and he's stopped. Firmino looking to shake off the INT, hands it off to Robinson. He's going to pick up the first down. And this will help expire this 3rd quarter of play. Oregon State is the first team to be trailing by a large deficit and score more than one touchdown in a playoff game so far. Robinson taking it one last time, and that will expire the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains on this chilly day here in Manfield, Connecticut. Right now, Cam Edwards with 99 rushing yards versus Hankerson's 86. 1 yard away from 100. Handoff. Again, 4th and 3. And I imagine they're just going to punt this one away. Yeah, you know that the offense for Oregon State has been struggling since they got that first touchdown in the 3rd quarter. So I would simply just punt this one away, which they did, and just let their defense go to work. Looking nice pass there. Caught the defender slacking, and that turned into a nice play for Oregon State. How many points can he get, though, in these final 9 minutes, 26 seconds of regulation? I would imagine he's not going to get 60. But how many can he get? As he's had some nice plays so far to open up this fourth and final quarter of play. And here as he got ready to throw it, well, because you're trailing, you gotta go for it here. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gotta go for it. Which they do. He gets it off. It is caught for the first down and more. Why not send it to the end zone? And we say that, and it gets picked off. To Edwards. And that is 100 yards rushing for him today. To put him over 100. He's got it. Edwards looking for the first down. He's definitely tired. And they're going to punt again. Under 8 minutes to go. Call the fair catch. They did. That's the smartest decision you can make. Gets the play off. Nice play there into the red zone. And that is dropped an incomplete, potentially touchdown-saving play. Not that it matters. Like we said, they're probably not getting 60, but look at that, touchdown. Oregon State. Like we said, a comeback probably not going to happen here, but at least it increases your chances, I guess. If a miracle happens in the final 7 minutes, 35 seconds of regulation. There's the return for UCONN. Out to their own 24, and that's where they'll go to work. Edwards with the run there. Gain of 4 on the play. Edwards just keeps finding ways to gain yards and pick up first downs for his team. Each time he does, it makes it difficult for Oregon State. It definitely eliminates any chance of them coming back into this one. Because the clock continues to tick when it's a carry. Robinson couldn't pick up the first down. He was just a yard shy. UConn hands it off for the first down. They got it. It was close. It looked like they stopped him behind the line for a minute, but the official has made it clear that he did get the first down. And he's going to definitely get the first down there. UConn running out the clock. Not that they have to, but... Second and 9, so it turns into a gain of 1. Robinson only gained 1 on that play. 3rd and 8 coming up. This is the defense Oregon State needed early in the game. And there's a defensive play for Oregon State. And they're going to take the lead and pick sixes. Jaden Robinson with his second pick six for a 63-yard touchdown. And this time they will get the 2-point conversion. So it makes it 60-27. We said a comeback is probably long gone now, but with the way this is going, could they? Could they pull off a miracle? Robinson shoving them to the ground, hoping he can pick up more yards. At a first down, that's going to be good for them because it's going to chew the more clock. It extends the drive. I genuinely don't think there's enough time for Oregon State to come back. We know there's not enough time, but the way they're playing football, it looks like there could be a miracle today. As now it seems that UCONN is the one struggling with interceptions. That is incomplete. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. If they had started doing this when there was 10 minutes left, I think that it would have been possible. But now with 4:48 to go, now less because of the sack, I don't know. And what a throw there for the touchdown. (33-60). How much longer will this be considered a blowout? That is through the uprights and good. I imagine it's still considered a blowout now. But you just wonder. Robinson with a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and inches. The defense gets the stop they need. Takes the snap. Gets it out. Knocked away, 4th and inches. You got to punt here. I would say go for it. Try to pick up the first down, but you're not in any danger yet. Go Branson. On fire so far, going deep again. That's intercepted, but there's a flag on the play. The first one of this game. I think that's going back to Oregon State. Yes, it is. And that turned out to be a good play for Oregon State because that moves it to the opponent 33 now instead of them being on their own 18-yard line. Go Branson, finds an open target down the sideline. He stays in bounds and makes the play all the way to the 7-yard line. Well, you still got 2 timeouts remaining. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, can't. When do you start using those? I imagine maybe if you get it down to 1 score. And he's going to take it in himself as the offensive line blocked really well there. And with 3:20 to go, I don't think you can consider this a blowout anymore. This might be one of the games, again, where they start off slow and almost come back and win. Because with 3:20 to go, they still need a lot more scoring to come back and win. A touchdown at this point would more than likely seal it, but they're down. They're down 19 points now, and they were down a bunch. Second and 7. Third and 6. UConn going for it, and he's going to get sacked. And UConn's going to call a timeout here. That's smart. You now realize they're down 19. I think you call the timeout and discuss how to stop them from here. That way you get out of here with a 19-point victory. They're calling a fair catch. That was a smart decision. And let's talk about what set him up for that last touchdown. He decided to throw it really deep, and pass interference was committed by the defense, which turned that into a really big play for the Beavers. Instead of an interception for the Huskies. And he dropped it incomplete. That is good for the Beavers because it stops the clock. And a clock stoppage is what they need right now. Especially in order to save their timeouts, and that is incomplete. Alright, now I think you go with a short play here. Pick up the first down before you do anything else big. You're going for it. That's out of reach, 4th down. You're going to have to go for it here, and you have to convert. Otherwise, this is the Huskies' game. They are going to convert on 4th down. He might go all the way. No, he steps out of bounds at the 6. And to the end zone, touchdown. I'd go for 2 here. Make it 49-60. An 11-point ball game. It was no good. What? Did he? I think he lost it. I think he lost the ball. They're saying the Beavers have it as it was caught in the air. I think the ball got hit out of his hand. Oh, but you give it right back. That's costly. So now if you're the Beavers, you just gave the ball right back off of a not-so-smart play. I think the coach is telling his quarterback, look, you got to lock in here. Oh, he jumped and fumbled. This is where the game's going to get good. They're down 4 or 11. No, not 11. They're down 13. And that is caught. I thought it was picked for a minute. You got to have something here. Nice short play there, and they're going to burn one of their timeouts. That's smart. Burn the timeout and save the other one. He's going to take off himself. You got to move quick here. And touchdown. (53-60). They're going to go for 2 here. The worst that can happen is you fail it and come within 7 points. And they do fail it. Now, technically, UConn could go into victory formation here. Did Oregon State recover it? Oh, they did! They forced him to fumble on the kickoff return. And Oregon State can tie the game with a touchdown after trailing the entire game. No, they can't. Not yet. You still got another play to make. And you see them saving that timeout because they're not too worried about not being able to get a stop here. UConn's going to call another timeout here to discuss this kick or this punt. I tell you what, I'm going to try for a big play and then call a timeout if you convert the big play downfield. You got to. They do. They call the timeout. Nice play there. 9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Connecticut just needs a turnover and they win. Knocked away 4 seconds. Oklahoma State's going to get another chance. Or Oklahoma, oh my gosh. That's why I hate multiple teams having the same team name. Back of the end zone! No! The Huskies will win! As he was out of bounds. They survive. An Oregon State comeback attempt. $60-53. In probably one of the best college football playoff games you'll ever see. Unreal. 41 points scored by Oregon State in the fourth quarter. And they had to score 48 to tie the game up. To go to overtime. Instead, it's another game where they get off to a slow start and almost come back to win, only to lose. They allowed the University of Connecticut to score no points in the fourth quarter. They scored 41, but you needed 48. That is one of the craziest college football playoff games you'll ever see, but it is UConn going to play Michigan in the Peach Bowl. What a game. What a game. If you're UConn, despite the late game drama, you have a lot to be proud of right now. You stopped. It didn't matter that you scored no points in the fourth quarter and that you gave 41 to them. You stopped them when it mattered. 60 points was all you needed to beat them. And essentially, they kind of also really shot themselves in the foot there by that defender, or by that receiver not being in bounds. That receiver was in bounds. They just needed the extra point to send it to overtime. So that is crazy. But like we said, 11 p.m. tonight. Number 10, Boise State with a 10-1 record, taking on number 7, Louisville with a 11-0 record. That's tonight at 11 p.m. over on Twitch. That's channel being, if you guys want to follow that channel to watch that game tonight, that channel being, and it's all lowercase, NBS_TV_2024. We will put that in the comments below. Feel free to follow that channel and check out tonight's game, but holy smokes. UConn fans almost had a heart attack after their team was up 60-6 at one point in this game and almost allowed an Oregon State comeback. There you guys go. That's the channel name for our Twitch. If the game will be on later tonight, you can definitely pause the live and go back into it. But we're going to say so long from Connecticut. 60-53. The Huskies moving on. The Beavers were just a few bounds away from tying the game and sending it to overtime. Unfortunately, their season comes to an end.